Monster Jam is back on some hallowed halls for this sport. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. The crowd packing in and ready for Monster Jam Freestyle. Last time on Fox Sports 1, World Racing Champion Adam Anderson, gravedigger the legend, added another notch to his belt, the Racing Championship, and he'll go for even more hardware, the Double Down Trophy, if he can win Freestyle. Right now, it's all about the crews. Everybody trying to get ready, whether it's Northern Nightmare being repaired or Monster Mutt Dalmatian, just making those last-minute preparations. And oh yes, the superstar drivers are ready to strap in for freestyle action in Detroit Ford Field. It will be off the hooks, and you're going to live every minute of it right here with us. Freestyle on Fox Sports 1 is next. The fans are absolutely on fire, as they are multiple times every year for Monster Jam's return to the Detroit market. Ford Field is the site, the home of the Lions, and for so many years now, the home of Monster Jam. Hi again, everyone. I'm Scott Douglas. It's freestyle time. Thrilled to be joined again by one of the world's greatest freestylers. He'd rather be on the track, but for tonight, we'll keep him here in the booth. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger driver, and of course, the biggest names in the game, other than yours truly here. Now, your brother, Adam, right there, grabbed the victory in racing a week ago. You have won some Double Down trophies. How hard is that going to be for Adam to do here tonight?
It's extremely hard, Scott. I'll tell you, not only is the pressure on you just to do it for the fans, but then look what Adam's got to go against. The best of the best are here tonight, and it's going to be insane. The competition is just going to be through the roof tonight.
Now, let's take a look at what we saw last time. We started the freestyle competition last week with Dawn Cretin and Scarlet Bandit setting the bar early. A smooth, consistent run got her 19 points on the judges' scorecard, so Dawn is sitting in the hot seat as Scarlet Bandit is the leader. But look at the lineup still to come in this freestyle competition. This back half is absolutely loaded. All right, Nicole Johnson, Scooby-Doo's ready.
You know, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for cross-threading, a lot of obstacles that'll jump from side to side and not necessarily straight on. So you're going to see a lot of variety.
Well, let's see what Nicole Johnson is able to do. It's been a real breakthrough year for her in freestyle. Of course, she became the first woman ever to successfully land a backflip at the Monster Jam World Finals, so that's a big feather in her cap.
She's taking on a pretty big course right now. The ramps, like many have mentioned, they're not quite as tall as what we normally do, but the dirt crew is steepening way up, man. So you can get huge air off of these jumps, even though they're just a few feet shorter. I honestly like it. Just like Dawn said earlier in the last episode, it gives you a lot more confidence. You hit things faster, you get bigger air, and it's just awesome.
Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo on the regulation clock. That's 90 seconds in length. If she fills it, she's offered another 30 seconds of bonus time that can add up to 5 points to the score. And look at that.
Big, nice combos, kind of cross-thread. They got a lot of different angles and variety, like she said. This track is not only just one ramp, one way. It's one ramp with 10 ways. It's awesome. I really love a good combination course like this.
Clock ticking down in regulation time for the popular Scooby-Doo truck.
Keeping pretty good momentum, nice air, good solid run for sure.
Yeah, the flow is nice, some nice combinations from Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo.
He's getting down in time, so he needs a good wow factor right now to really bring it home for the judges.
Yeah, and you want to do it here, taking it in to bonus time. Nice leap there. Now BKT Tires bonus time gives her a chance to really add some more to the scoreboard.
Look at this, right there, big air, that's what we're talking about. Breaks the truck, huge air though, Scott.
Now in this case, again, you can see the tether's holding the wheel on. If she can continue, they will let her do so because there's not a safety issue here.
Absolutely not. She's trying her hardest, but the tether's kind of holding her back a little bit right now. If she can get that wheel the rest of the way off, she might be able to put something together to cap this run off.
Well, the leap itself had to impress the bonus judge. Look at that fan. He did a lot of work on that Scooby-Doo poster. Love it. You gotta love the fans when they make those posters.
Absolutely. The fans and the posters just drive us through the roof. This is a good run. Nice air, good flow, everything, and my favorite had to be the big bonus.
Yeah, here
leap,
it is.
man. That was a good one right there. But the bonus leap where she broke the wheel off, that was huge. Right there, look at that big monster air across the double, flat lands it. The truck just wasn't quite there to take it, but hey, Monster Jam trucks are as tough as they can get, but you can only beat them so much, and they'll break just like anything.
Well, the bonus judge loved it because that's the highest bonus score we've seen. 3 points added on to a 20 in regulation. We've got a new leader. And look at her Scooby-Doo fans. They're spelled out in the stands. Nicole Johnson has taken the lead. Scooby-Doo's got a 23. And now, Chad Fortune and Captain America representing the Marvel Universe. And he is really excited about the way this track lays out.
I've seen this type of a track before in Miami where it's not so big, but they sharpen up the ramps a little bit, so you're gonna get big air, but you get the illusion of being able to get some speed up and get some good momentum. I think it's gonna be very exciting.
Interesting perspective from Chad Fortune, the veteran in Captain America.
I'm telling you, Scott, ever since he got in this Captain America truck, he has just jumped huge, man. He's gone leaps and bounds. His skill, his freestyle, his racing, everything is just gone crazy big. Right away, the double, starting out big, man. That's what you got to do to win the freestyle here in Monster Jam.
He made that point about sharpening the ramps up. From a driving perspective, it sounds like he feels like he can keep more momentum because of that decision.
Absolutely. The jump stays smaller, the ramp stays steeper. You hit the jump with a lot more confidence, a lot more speed. You're not worried when you're going off of a 12-foot ramp. You know you're going to get huge air, maybe break, maybe issue. You're not sure what's on the other side. With these smaller ramps, you get them with a lot more speed. You can see on the other side of them. They're steeper, so you still get the big air. It's just a good combination all around.
Keeping that momentum up. Chad Fortune, Captain America. Of course, the Marvel Universe Live Tour. It's something else you fans got to keep your eyes out for, because it's going everywhere, and it is absolutely spectacular if you're a Marvel fan, or a fan of Captain America for that matter. We're inside the final 30 of regulation.
He is walking that truck everywhere, Scott. Wheels up in the air, doing wheel stands, dragging the bumper, man. He is going all out right now, but he needs a big wow factor. He's got 15 seconds left. He needs to really let it all hang out right now.
Chad Fortune and Captain America clearly is going to get into BKT Tires bonus time. Nice air there. You know, there's some similarities to the way he's attacked this course and the way the leader, Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo, did. I would argue she had a couple of bigger gasping moments with air. He's got to try to match that, I would think.
Absolutely. He needs a big wow factor right now to take the lead, in my opinion.
Chad Fortune, Captain America, clock winding down on a really strong freestyle. And that's just about going to fill the clock. The scores will come in if he continues for another few seconds. That's just a little bonus for the fans. And you can see, yeah, everything's gone red. When those lights go red, that's when the judges, they put their scorecards, they're all in.
They put the scorecards in, but they got to keep watching, man, because it is just intense. Some of the stuff that comes after the time you really wish would have come during the time, but hey, it's all about the fans, man. If they're on their feet, the job is well done.
Not a real good spot to try to donut because he went right into the ramp. Good run for Chad Fortune and Captain America. Here we go.
It was a solid run, big, nice air across the double right there. In my opinion, he really was missing a wow factor. He needed something big, crazy, maybe a save or something like that, but hey, it was still a good run all in all.
Yeah, and I think the judges, as the scores are coming in, agree with you. He'll go into second place, 19 regulation points and 2 bonus points. So Chad Fortune and Captain America is going to score a very solid 21 here at Ford Field in Detroit. The bar is still set as we get the pose by Nicole Johnson. Scooby-Doo's your leader, 23 remains the score to beat. All right, back on the track, Candace Jolly and the Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
She has been raising her game huge here lately, Scott. Picking it up, and she, as she likes to say, she's starting to drive like a man, but I'll tell you what, she is just going crazy. Big air right away. A lot of confidence in her equipment, her crew, all that stuff. That's huge deciding factors on the truck, the freestyle, the competition, every bit of it. And she's starting to get all that stuff tied up together.
Nice.
Big, nice air there. The truck is settling great. I mean, man, and she's just getting it all. But a bad bounce can end it all, no matter how good everything is.
As soon as you say What a great year she's having. One of her more disappointing freestyles just because it didn't last. She got off to a good start.
It's one of those things she kind of couldn't check up, hit it just unsquare enough to kick her over on the side. Tough break, but hey, you can't win all of them.
Yeah, and there's not much the judges can do with that. The official score is 11 for the very popular driver, Candace Jolly, and the spotted Monster Mutt Dalmatian. So freestyle action will continue with Frank Kreml, Fox Sports 1's Cletus Truck. Frank, a native of Detroit, is just excited to compete here.
I got my start with Team Scream here in Michigan. Grew up here, was born and raised. Whole family, all my friends that I've known my whole life are here. So I'm very comfortable and ready to go.
When you're at your hometown, Frank seems to take it easy, but man, I'll tell you, it gets you on edge. You want to perform good because not only is the place full of Monster Jam fans, it's full of the Monster Jam family, his family, mom, dad, the kids, all the stuff. They're all there watching him as you see him grow up in the town of Detroit. Now he's here performing in front of all of them. So to me, it gets under my skin for sure. It gets me nervous. But Frank seems to keep a cool, calm head. But at the same time, he wants to show off for his friends and his family, along with the Monster Jam fans. So hopefully, he's going to let it all hang out.
We were on board there a moment ago with Frank Kreml. Now back to taking a look at a nice flowing run early on from Cletus. Newest Monster Jam trucks debuted this year and has had some impressive runs, no doubt about it.
He's taking a little easy right now. I think, in my opinion, he needs to step it up, go a little big right now, get his adrenaline going, and that keeps him at that level for the rest of the run. He's making sure he's all square and all lined up on everything, which is smart. But if you hit it crooked and you come out, man, it's just amazing.
Didn't quite get the momentum up that one I think he wanted, but still continues with the flow. Looking to get a couple of, as you mentioned a moment ago, wow moments. That's what's going to separate this pack.
The time is running out fast. He needs to come in with a big wow factor, some big air like that right there. Jumping the double nice and clean.
BKT Tires bonus time. I love the outboard shot when he starts another donut. You can see how dizzy it gets.
Oh man, if you do a donut and try to jump out right away, you're gonna fall on the ground. These Monster Jam trucks spin so fast. The cyclones are just amazing, and your eyes aren't even straight when you get done.
You ever falling down coming out of the truck?
No, I wait. I keep my I make sure to get my posture back. Look at that 2 wheels right there. Oh,
nice. Yeah. Nicely done by Frank Kreml, getting that bicycle ride, if you will. A little 2-wheel action. Although he's still got 4 intact and a little more cyclone. Good solid run. We'll see how the judges score it. Pretty good highlights here from Fox Sports 1 Cletus.
Definitely a clean run, but I think it was missing the wow factor. That's what we're about. Monster Jam is as big as it gets. So that's what you got to do every run. You got to go as big as possible, go crazy. Wow factor, man, every time.
Now, combinations, and remember, the judges do things like score the number of hits, how many times you hit something, how many times you do different things. And they like that because he got 21 in regulation, 3 bonus points, and we've got a new leader. Frank Kreml, Fox Sports 1 Cletus, going to the hot seat with a 24. Well, we're just getting it rolling. Some big air, some wild moments are sure to come. More freestyles just ahead. Back to freestyle action at Ford Field in Detroit. Monster Jam thrills with Scott Buteau and the Team Hot Wheels Firestorm.
He goes big right out of the gate. That's what you got to do here at Monster Jam. When you go big, you get yourself to that level, and you got to keep it there.
There's the scoreboard. Frank Kreml and the Fox Sports 1 Cletus on top of the 24. Nicole Johnson-Strong in second place. But I would argue Ryan Anderson is just an observer over the last 2 years. This is the most improved freestyler in the sport.
Absolutely. A little funny bounce right there, and I'm seeing some liquid come out of the back. Hopefully that's not I keep seeing it. Hopefully that's not a loose fuel cap. Hopefully it's just a radiator. Good save there, too. Nice, clean. Almost like he knew what he was doing there. That was good.
Lining it up for the Hot Wheels team. Team Hot Wheels Firestorm.
Going big all the way through. That fluid keeps coming out the back. A little concerning, but it's keeping rolling. It's not showing any issues yet.
You know, his emergence, you know, he paid his dues. He came up, got himself a chance to get a ride and started to build a career, but his emergence really came when he was tapped for this Team Hot Wheels ride.
Oh, absolutely. When you're tied in with Hot Wheels, I mean, those guys, Hot Wheels, from the time you're a kid to the time you're a full-grown, father, grandfather, Hot Wheels, and they go crazy big, just insane, and Scott keeps that up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it shuts down. It may be some of the things you were noticing earlier. He will not fill the regulation. Comes up just a few seconds short, so tough break.
But he went big, though. Look at that huge air right there.
Biggest air we've seen.
Yep, he's going big. Kept a good, solid run. He raised the bar for sure. Slide, a little crazy bounce there, but it worked out good.
Nice run. The problem is I don't think you can win this competition without bonus points. The level of performer here is too big, and he'll only get 21 with no bonus points. That's not enough. Nice job, though. That was one of those moments that had the real crowd really reacting.
And here's somebody that can follow that run up and top it. Mark McDonald always, almost as consistent as he is in racing, he's almost that good again in freestyle. The guy goes crazy, loves standing the bull up on the end like that. I got a feeling he's going to be on his game here.
That's one of those shots when people get it standing straight up and down. That's what really looks good when you send it to our Monster Jam page on Facebook and Twitter. Oh, it looks awesome. We love the fans' photos there.
Absolutely. Tag us up, drivers and Monster Jam alike. Tag everybody up. We love it, man. We'll use the photos. We love to see what you see and get the experience from the seats like you guys do.
I've seen you talking a lot of these hashtag terms I don't understand. We'll save that for later.
That's more my generation.
Right now it's hashtag El Toro Loco because he's doing a great job.
You got it. Not going real big, but keeping it technical, a little sideways, a little crazy up on two wheels, keeping it exciting. Coming up on the double, he's cross-threading over to the side. Landing sideways, in my opinion, is a lot more comfortable to land with. A lot safer, too. It uses every inch of every shock.
Tower of power, here we go!
He's going for it. The gamble, is it gonna, perfect, right across the top.
We knew somebody would go for it. Again, it's such a huge risk because that can destroy your run, and you all know it.
Absolutely. When you hit that stack of cars, you don't know which way it's going to throw you, which way they're going to land, and if you're going to land on the crooked, it is such a gamble. But if you do it right, like he did, it's an awesome feat.
That is something that impresses the judges because so many trucks avoided it. Mark went for it.
Absolutely. He's taking time to get every angle of every obstacle, and the scores will show that. He's hitting everything every which way, keeping it exciting, good momentum.
When we use the term technical freestyle, Mark's putting on a clinic at a technical freestyle. What we mean is the things the judges look for, like momentum, cross threads, number of hits. Mark fills all those categories for the judges. This is a good run.
Absolutely, it's a good run. But, like I keep saying, the wow factor, man. The wow factor is where it's at. What's he going to do here? Nice backside on the double. Didn't quite jump far enough. Gets a little two wheels action, though.
If I'm Frank Kreml, I'm getting a little nervous in that hot seat. And Fox Sports 1 Cletus, your leader with a 24. McDonald, and now the scores are in.
All for the fans right here. Walking the bull. Oh, he's over. The horns are gone. But he's not giving up.
Oh, he tried to get it to kick back over. Listen to the crowd, they're going nuts.
He's in there catching his breath right now. He has been on a binge, and you don't even understand how hard it is to drive these Monster Jam trucks to that level, man. It really knocks the wind out of you.
Crowd on its feet cheering Mark McDonald.
Absolutely. Now look at this power tower right here, getting crazy, taking the risk. The car lands a little funky, but the truck soaks it up perfect.
And Mark McDonald aired it out as well as anybody. Momentum, even that factor that your dad taught all of you drivers, that noise is a part of freestyle, and using that throttle and letting the fans hear these big engines. Mark had it all.
Absolutely. Good, solid performance.
And the score, oh, I'm a little surprised. Wow, it's a 24, so it's just a tie for the lead between El Toro and Cletus. Well, Cam McQueen's team has been trying to get Northern Nightmare back together. Let's check in with the former World Freestyle Champion representing the Maple Leaf Tour.
I'm just trying to sit out here, watch a few runs, and wrap my head around it. I know those guys get the truck back together. They're the best in the business. They're back there thrashing. So I'm watching a few runs, seeing what's happening out here. Been some awesome runs so far. It's going to be pretty intense, but pretty quick here. I'm going to have to go strap in. I won't be able to see any more runs, so I'll be going out blind. But I know I'm going to have to throw down right off the bat and go big, see what happens.
That's kind of been his mantra back in the pits. the representatives of the Maple Leaf Monster Jam Tour, Northern Nightmare. They are getting it ready to go. Will it be ready? Cam McQueen hopes so. We'll find out next. As has happened for more than 3 decades, the likes of Northern Nightmare are rocking Ford Field in Detroit in Monster Jam Freestyle. A tie for the lead if it stays this way. There's another judge whose scores we had not seen, who is just a tiebreaker judge, who would decide between Fox Sports 1 Cletus and El Toro Loco. Right now they are locked at 24 with the top scores. Back in the pits, this is what's been going on since the racing bracket, and the team from north of the border, the Northern Nightmare crew, has been busting their tails.
It looks like they've replaced the rear third member, which is a big thing. You basically rebuild the entire rear end, the differential, everything. We have a planetary on the outside edge. You see right there as Bobby Powers, crew chief of Captain America, helping out to get him back on the track. That is a lot to rebuild, and especially in such short time. These guys are thrashing right now.
And yes, I know I'm going to get the questions when I look at Facebook and Twitter. John Zimmer was off this week. He loves Cam McQueen, the Northern Nightmare team, and the Team Gravedigger driver is digging in with Fry Daddy and the entire team. That's Chris Prime and the crew chief there as well. They actually have 2 crew chiefs on this team. So that's how big this team is. Now, they fixed the truck. Let's see how big their driver goes.
He's come back out, and hopefully he can come in strong.
Earlier, before we start the run, let's look back at what Cam had to say this afternoon at the party in the pits.
So the stuff behind me here is a little bit shorter than what we saw last time around, but the faces are also a lot steeper. So I think we can achieve the same vertical air. We might not have as much distance out of the jumps, but it's going to make it more spectacular for the fans, you know? Even those people up in the top level, they're going to be seeing the bottom of our tires coming past their heads at that same level. It's going to be pretty intense.
Now Ryan Anderson, as we watch Cam start big, and no surprise there, when we talked to him in the stands as the thrash was going on to fix the truck, he expressed total confidence. But are you really confident the equipment's ready to go until you do a jump like that?
Honestly, it's more or less that you haven't seen what the track is doing. I mean, he got a little bit of a chance, but you almost don't get to see it all unless you sit out there in a normal spot. That's one of the worst parts about having a mechanical difficulty is not being able to, whoa! Not being able to see the ramps. So in situations like that, he might not have wanted to do that exactly that big. You don't get to see the ramps and how they react, what the trucks are doing off the ramp. So you can run into a situation like that. Luckily, he come out on top on that situation, but that can bite you a lot of times.
The driver who took Monster Jam's World Freestyle Championship back to Canada in 2012 is rocking the house right now in Detroit.
That was a big, nice leap, but he needs to keep it up. He needs to keep the momentum, keep the energy at that level.
24 is the score to beat. We've got a tie between the Fox Sports 1 Cletus truck and El Toro Loco for the lead.
Walking it a little bit. He's using the track nicely, going from corner to corner, using a little more technical approach, which we love to see, especially the judges. They love to see different hits on the obstacles.
Well, that's the criteria they're looking at to score. So, yeah, you're going to get your points that way as he will now take it into BKT Tires bonus time.
He's going to backside the double. This is a big, nice one right there.
My. That's
oh,
some
nice.
serious elevation. Oh, he got up there. Wow.
Looks like he might be having a rear steer issue. The back tires, you see, they're turned and stuck that way. He might have an issue. We have a self-centering device that can fail at times, especially with a hard hit like he took. Now he's got it back to center now.
And that's going to wrap up the time. So all the scores are in now. The judges, I say the scores are in. The lights go red, and they tell you one more hit will be scored. So in fairness, that's for the judges to give you one more hit. Now this is just having fun for the fans here.
Going nice and big. Look at that, walking it. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, he's in trouble.
Look out, Adam.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Adam's still got to run. That's on board with your brother. That was a seat I wouldn't have wanted to be in.
That's one of those reasons you want to stay strapped in from the beginning. Even if you got time, stay strapped in because crazy Canadians like Cam flying across the track.
Wow, what a finish. And that wasn't even for points.
Look at that. Look at that huge air. I'm willing to bet
right.
He probably didn't expect that, but man, did it work out good.
I was going to have an issue with the judges earlier, but I played my kind card. If we don't have a new leader, we're going to have to go talk to these guys. What a run.
That
What
was
a
crazy.
run.
This right here, look at that. Walking the dog is what we like to call it. And then he gets a little out of control here. But it all ends spectacular. Right there. Hello, fellas.
Oh,
How you
wow.
doing?
Adams trying to win a double down. He didn't need that. Did it hurt the legend at all? That's nice.
It doesn't look like he got that much contact with it. He kind of hit just right. I mean, it could have taken out something, but it's unlikely.
Wow, what a moment. And we have a new leader. Northern Nightmare with a 25. Cam McQueen goes to the hot seat. And as they normally do, the judges got it right. Coming back. More world champions to come. Freestyle continues from Detroit. Northern Nightmare with an incredible run. Cam McQueen has taken the lead as Freestyle continues from Monster Jam and Ford Field.
These guys right here putting it back together. The only way I was able to do that. Man, what a rush. I'm still calming down from that. I just remember going up in the air. The rest is kind of blank right now. I'm waiting for it to come back to me. I'm waiting for the instant replay so I know what really happened.
There's definitely no better achievement than for the crew guys to get it back together and do a run like that. But look at what we got coming up. The scores right now are solid. But the people we have coming up, the irons that are coming up are just through the roof.
Yeah, here we go. Jim Cretin, world freestyle champion back in 2005 in the Bounty Hunter.
He landed in the throttle pretty hard right there. That's not very good for equipment. So we'll see. It might take an effect. Uh-oh. I think we have an issue. See the back tires locking up separately?
Yeah, he is already pretty much shut it down. He knows too.
There's a combination there that you don't want to combine. Jimmy Cretin, big horsepower, and landing in the throttle. Those are two things that don't mix well. So obviously it took him out right there.
Here we go. Back to, other than Tom Mentz, the only driver, the only truck Avenger that has ever won more than one World Freestyle Championship. It's that tough to do. It's this guy, Jim Kohler, in the Avenger. Mr. Excitement, and no event, other than the Monster Jam World Finals, means more to him. His team based in Columbus, Michigan.
He goes huge, no matter where he's at. But like you said, this is about as hometown as it gets. So this guy is going insane right now. I mean,
He has won in this building before. He knows how to get the hardware here.
that's for sure. And as we already know, there's nothing about Jim Kohler that's not out of control. And this guy is going to be insane right here tonight. He's got friends and family here. This guy, I think he told me he had like 50 tickets of people that came with him. So he's got a lot of people here to impress besides the judges and the Monster Jam fans. He's got family members that he's got to deal with for the rest of the year. If he comes out here and does a show that's not worthy, those guys will remind him. But I don't think he's going to have a
Is he
problem.
struggling here, or just, it looked like he was trying to find a place to go there?
I think he might be trying to play it a little bit safe. He doesn't want to fall on his face quite yet. But that's not like Jim Kohler, so I think he'll come back. Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
He's seen what Cam did, and he capitalized on it. Went huge. Oh, my God.
Well, you called that one, didn't you? He came back big time.
That is a huge jump, and his equipment took it. That was a hard hit.
That's the other thing. He goes so big sometimes the equipment can't handle it. He's going to go into bonus time, and when Avenger is in BKT tires bonus time, everybody else better look out.
Without a doubt, Jim is a madman behind the wheel, and he is going crazy. You see him stepping his game up, going bigger, bigger, bigger. This guy is on a ladder to the top, and when he falls off, he's going to be upside down. I guarantee it, the truck's going to be tore up.
Now, let's see if he can end it with Cyclones. He's one of the best in the world at this.
I'll guarantee
The lights are red, but those counted for points. The bonus judge is going to score that. Because the lights went red during the Cyclone.
The rest right here is just for the fans. He's all his friends and family here. He wants to show off just a little bit more.
Jim Kohler, the two-time Monster Jam World Freestyle Champion.
He is throwing that thing at ramp sideways, crooked. He looks like he's trying to mess it up, and it just keeps taking. Look at it. The truck will not quit.
How about that Avenger crew? Great job to keep that piece together with what this guy does to it.
That's one thing I would probably hate, is to be working on the truck after that guy driving. Looks like he's got a shock coming through the back fender, so he's tearing it up a little bit, but the truck is still handling into more cyclones.
Just listen. They love him here. They love him everywhere, but more so here. They're home state native, and Jim Kohler has turned them on in Avenger. And if he doesn't take the lead, we better hide the location of the judges because there's going to be about 50,000 people looking for him. Look at that. That was
insane.
amazing.
And I'll tell you, that is a rough hit. That is no good because there's no suspension at all. Straight chassis to the ground. That is about the worst hit you can take besides upside down right there.
What a performance by Jim Kohler in Avenger, spinning it around Cyclone style. That's a spin cycle there.
Honestly, as good as a run that was, that's about the least I've ever seen him tear that truck up. Normally, that thing is just in pieces.
You got a new leader, a 27, Jim Kohler and Avenger. And the fans love it. They're on the judges' side. But oh, by the way, Jimmy, don't get too happy yet. Adam Anderson and the legend loves Double Down trophies. He could win one here. Oh, yeah, and then there's that fella in that black and green truck and another world champ. They're all coming up. Ford Field is buzzing from what Avenger just did. Now, Ryan Anderson, you're going to watch your brother. I'm going to get out of your way and let you talk about what Greg Digger, the legend, does. Just remember, though, he's going for a double down, and he's following what Jim Kohler just did. He knows he's got to beat it.
That is one thing that brings you to another level when you see a run like that, man. It just gets your adrenaline going before you even out there. Adam's got the momentum running. He is amped right now, and not to mention he is the only one in running for a double down, like you said. So to bring home that hardware from here is just a big, huge accomplishment. He's keeping the momentum up, keeping the noise up, going nice and big off the little obstacle, perfect downside. Wheelies it. Oh, yeah. He's swinging wide. What's he got? Oh, nice. Big old cross thread across the stadium floor. Come on. Oh, nose in. Get that hood out of here. I want to see better is what he's saying right now. He's getting after it. The adrenaline is just flowing right now. I know how it is to be in that cab this second. He is getting crazy, man. You couldn't peel his hands off the steering wheel with the jaws of life right now. Wide open. Oh, nice combo. Settles it back down. That truck is handling phenomenal right now. Oh, big air. He is going big back to back to back right now. The brakes are sparking. The rotors are on fire right now. He is going all out. Oh! Oh, man. Oh. Not quite enough to bring it back around. But, man, what a good ending right there.
That came in bonus time, though. He was in bonus time. And it may come down to what the bonus judge gives him because he is giving Jim Kohler a run for the hot seat.
Not quite the air we've seen from Kohler, but a lot of intensity, a lot of speed, a lot of variation. It was just an all-around great run, so I think it could be a contender.
Yeah, it depends what the judges are looking for. I would give you more wow moments for Kohler. I would give you more momentum, more flow, more combinations, and more actual hits for your brother.
Absolutely.
What do the judges think? Because you're seeing two spectacular runs from two world freestyle champions back-to-back, Avenger and then the legend.
Getting crazy, cross-threading. This is the ending right here. Oh, man, sparks flying.
We've got a new leader. The scores are in. It's a 28 for the legend.
For some reason, it feels a little off. I got the lead right now, but I'm just not satisfied, man. I just wasn't done. I wasn't finished. I didn't want to go out like that. I had fun. Love Detroit. Got the race win. If we can stay on top, we'll see what happens.
All right, I know the Anderson saga. Ryan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But Dennis is kind of on house money here. He knows his son's got the lead. Problem is, he's got to go for it because there's this Mets fella hanging in the back who wants to beat all you guys.
Oh, man, we got a big target on the back from the Max D team. But if anybody can take him out, it's Dad right here. Look at that save. Oh, yeah. That's right, and that will get the adrenaline pumping right away. If you can get my dad to that level, if he can get himself to that level, it's all she wrote for the other guys, man. If he can keep the truck on the ground and the truck can handle what he's throwing at it, man, he is going to be on a roll. Nice, sweet combo. Nosing in, getting a little crazy there. Uh-oh. That's not what the judges like to see.
The judges are supposed to deduct for that, backing up without hitting something. And in this competition, you can't give anything up.
There's some heavy hitters in the field, and he's going to have to make up big for that. Those guys are going to deduct, and you can't lose it at all in any way for these people. Look at that big, nice air. Truck handled it nice. A little bit of a hard hit, man. That's... Uh-oh, it sounds like he might have an issue. The motor's screaming up pretty high right now. Uh-oh. That hit might have been bad enough that would actually jarred it back into first gear, which it looked like it did. He's got it back into high gear like he wants it now. Nice little slap wheelie. The front differential, you see that a lot of smoke from there? That's telling me that the front housing is actually bent. When it bends like that, it actually bows and lets the actual ring and pinion be exposed. So the smoke is actually steam coming off of that ring and pinion from the lack of oil.
Words Monster Jam drivers hate to hear if you're trying to win. Gravediggers in BKT tire bonus time. Oh, but he didn't last long in it.
Looks like they shut him off. You see the light, the light is blinking up there at the top of the RI. They shut him down.
The clock is frozen. Are they going to let him refire? That's what everybody's wondering right now.
I think they might have been worried about the smoke, but let's see what they do. He's not stopping for nothing, that's for sure.
Well, now they just made him mad.
That's right.
Again, the reason it stopped, he was shut down by an official with a remote ignition interrupter. And I think you're right. I think they were concerned about the level of smoke and they wanted to see what the deal was. He's allowed to finish.
Nice save, getting crazy. When that happens, you come back with anger. You drive just out of this world. You turn into a machine. Look at the body coming off, ripping it.
And that'll be it for Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. The question is, what? There are nights, and this is one of them. I am so glad they don't give me a judging card. How do you decide between your dad, your brother, Kohler, Cam? I mean, look at these guys.
There's a reason I'm a driver, because I couldn't be in that position right now.
Wow. Now remember, the legend has the lead. 28 is the score to beat.
Dad did have some nice saves, but I mean, I don't even want to comment on it. It's too hard to even say.
Now remember, in a competition this close and with all this big air he got, there was a moment that he put the truck in reverse and the judges are supposed to deduct and he's 1 point short. And it may have been that move that cost him the chance
very well could have
to win this thing. That's how tight this competition is. And oh, we're not done. Max D, the 11-time world champ, tries to keep the Double Down trophy away from Adam. You'll see it next. An incredible competition. Monster Jam Freestyle at Ford Field in Detroit comes down to Monster Jam's only 11-time world champion, an arch rival of everything named Gravedigger, trying to deny Adam Anderson and the legend the coveted Double Down trophy. And just to make it worse for Tom Mintz, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, right next to me in the booth. Tom Mintz is going to go for it, Max D.
This track is going to be a lot more technical than normal. A lot of jumps close together. There must be 40 different hits out there. But you know, in the end, it's going to be the guy that just hammers it the hardest, gets the most air, is able to maneuver through this technical track without upsetting it, turning it over early.
You know, Tom's setting up his run, I think, just to explain why Adam Anderson has the lead. Those 40 different hits, I think Adam made about 30 of them.
Absolutely, he was all over the place, but there's one thing that we cringe about, and that's Tom Mintz and Max D. This guy, if he puts it on, he gets a good burner going, man, he is one of the hardest guys to beat, there's no doubt about it. He's taking it a little easy for a normal Tom Mintz run.
Well, part of the problem may be in discussing strategy. I mean, Tom wants to put his foot through it, but he's seen all the other big guns get into the bonus time. He knows he's got to get there.
Absolutely. That was a big, nice leap, but it was safe. It was straight. He hit it perfectly straight on. So, I mean, it's definitely still counts, but if you hit a little crooked, maybe get a little wild, you get a little more. There's spikes flying off. He's starting to get rolling now. He'll start warming up.
There has been some serious hang time in this competition. And Mitch is right up there with him. Max D in the house. 28 from the legend is the score to beat.
Starting to get a little crooked, a little more crazy with it, which is what he's gonna have to do.
Well, and here's this technical aspect he talked about when we were at the party in the pits. And that is, another move in reverse. I think it cost Gravedigger. It may cost Max D. Oh, but look at him come back.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him come back. Max D is going to go into BKT Tires bonus time with a big leap at the end of regulation.
Is he in trouble, though?
Nice
Back
save.
on the wheels.
And the judges in regulation, or the judges in bonus, get that.
But can he refire and keep going? That's the question.
I think the truck's broke. He's done. He did not fill bonus, and that may be the determining factor. What a save that was at the end.
That was great, but he needed to keep going. I mean, that would have been, in my opinion, that would have wrote the book right there if he would have kept going.
If he had been able to continue and fill bonus, we might have been talking a different result. But Max D's high-flying performance, only 1 point from the bonus judge, and he will come up, you guessed it, 1 point short. Adam Anderson in the legend is going to be your double down winner. Here's the end for Max D. Didn't even sound good.
No, that was lots of parts sound like.
Nonetheless, celebration time in Kill Devil Hills because Max D, 1 point short with a 27. The legend is the freestyle champion in one of the closest competitions. The scores reflect it. I mean,
Absolutely.
You can't get any closer.
The competition, I would, like we said before, I would not be able to be a judge right now. Those guys were just on point all the time.
Adam Anderson gets the double down trophy at Ford Field.
It feels good to come back here to Detroit. The fans are so great here. We love you guys. It feels good. I doubled down the last time I was here. Man, we don't talk smack, man. We don't talk any smack. We come out here and we show them how it's done, man.
What about that come get you some line he was telling all of you guys? Hey, his crew chief Cole Lenard's worked hard this week. He deserves to celebrate.
Adam tore the truck up pretty bad last week, so to get a win like this is huge for us because all the hard work and the late nights and long hours pays off or something like this. So it feels great.
Wow, what a night of freestyle, Brian.
The air was huge, the momentum was great, and the carnage was bigger, man. It was crazy, crazy night.
The fans got so many thrills from a competitive point of view. I mean, you just can't get much closer, and everybody had a little different twist. In the end, the judges gave that extra point to Adam Anderson, and the legend walks out of here with a double down trophy. Join Ryan and I online at MonsterJamSuperstore.com and get all the coolest gear for your favorite Monster Jam machine. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, we're going to enjoy seeing you back on the track. It's been great having you in the booth again.
Absolutely, it's a true honor to be here and to watch the family tearing it up, man. The only thing that beats this is seeing it live, man. Come out and watch Monster Jam. Buy a seat and don't even use it. You'll stay on your feet the whole time.
Get those tickets right now at MonsterJam.com for all the upcoming events. For Ryan Anderson, I'm Scott Douglas. See you next time on Monster Jam.